Recording started. Oh no, 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 no. Cancel. We're doing rank knockout. Let's go.
Stand up to the Constitution, and continue to push back. And we're supposed to have these. It's our government. We're supposed to have these conversations. Thank you for pushing back and for having these conversations. White House vows action on healthcare as the Senate votes predictably fail. Oh my God, what a big surprise that the Senate vote that they secured in exchange for stopping the shutdown failed. Okay, and the Republican method is, of course,
Speed slider.
to
Let's
regulate
go.
the healthcare industry even further, which only benefits the private healthcare insurance provider companies, right? And the capital owners who are slated to bring in even higher profits. Oh, you mean that exact thing you said like 3 weeks ago? Exactly. That thing that I said 3 weeks ago is now reality. It's the least shocking incident. In any case, the Republican solution, once again, is to look at a problem and then do more of the reason why the problem is. Okay. Oh, do we have a gun violence issue in this country in comparison to every other country? Perhaps because we have no gun laws. You can look at that internally at the domestic level. You can look at different states. If there are less gun laws and less gun regulations in certain states, there's a higher likelihood that you will die to gun violence in said state, right? But of course, we can't do anything about it. Or rather, whenever the conservatives actually feel like they want to address this issue, they'll turn around and say, what we need is more guns, okay? Well, more guns is the reason why we have gun violence to begin with. And the same goes for healthcare. The reason why healthcare...
Well, I wasn't exactly first place, was I?
Okay?
But
even those made by the Democrats,
but
have
but
worked
I did
on
okay.
this public-private partnership attitude. Okay, even the ACA, even Obamacare, was basically just a subsidy for private insurance in exchange for forcing private insurance providers to basically take on people with pre-existing conditions. Because until Obamacare, many people here don't know this because it sounds so cruel and so insane, but before Obamacare at the federal level, healthcare providers could just deny you coverage if you had a pre-existing condition because you were too costly to cover. So the people that needed the healthcare, private insurance the most, would not be able to get it, no matter how much money they had. It's insane. That's what things used to look like only
Okay,
2
Lily
decades ago
Leapers.
in
One of
this
my
country.
specialties.
Republicans fought back against it tooth and nail. They fought hard. They lied about it. Now,
Pretty good at
what's so
bouncing.
crazy about this situation is to basically move in the direction of deregulation even further. They're doing it instead of moving in the direction of socializing this structure, okay, and making it
I'm
infinitely
gonna eat some
less
food after
costly
this.
for
I'm
individual
gonna
Americans,
stop
making it
after
infinitely less
this
costly
unless I
for
get
the
a crown.
government, making it a much better system overall. We are
If I get a
moving in the
crown, I'll keep
direction
going.
of super profits for insurance providers. That is what deregulation does. That's all this is. That's all this will do. And of course, deregulation means higher prices, higher premiums, and less coverage overall, and less legal recourse if you do get that denial of coverage letter. It is absolutely devastating. What will it take? I do not know, but it does sure feel like to me that the Democrats could make a much bigger fuss about this and not just simply fight on the boundaries of a private-public healthcare partnership, and instead move in the direction of socialization, free healthcare for all, Medicare for all. That is the only appropriate solution here.
See how fast I did that?
Every Democrat
Let's
that
go.
kept up this attitude that it is bipartisan, it is uniparty. We have to have free enterprise run amok in healthcare.
I kind of want to do it this way, the way he did. Like, oh, wait just a second. Hurry. Oh, that was bad also.
No, of course, the answer is more deregulation.
Wow.
The answer is more
I
private
didn't.
health
I
care,
thought you
private
had
health
it.
insurance, and more options for people to choose from, even though deregulation, as we all know, in
It seemed like you hit it, but then it didn't bounce in the way you would expect it
but
to.
instead, more
See,
limited
I think he
options than there,
scraped the side of it instead of hitting it
there's more
the way you're
monopolies
supposed
and
to.
therefore less options, ironically enough. Not that it's
Now I'm kind of glad I didn't do it that way.
healthcare regardless, because what are you going to do?
Never seen that happen
You have an
before.
ailment, if you have a disease, what are you going to do? Just die, I guess. That's the only other option. You either have healthcare and you pay whatever price they dictate, or you die. That is a good or
Okay, not this level.
that's what that means. So So the Republicans want to deregulate it further. The Democrats' only alternative is to keep the system as it is currently.
Okay, 8 will qualify. That's less than I expect. I would think 9 will qualify.
Healthcare. There cannot be
Don't bounce me.
20 million Americans are set to soar at the end of the month.
Here we go. We got it. 2.
After this one, have time to try again until the premiums shoot through the roof.
Republicans blocking an effort to extend
Don't worry about it.
Medicare subsidies, arguing the whole system needs to be overhauled.
4.
Plan is a 3-year extension of status quo.
The worst part about the Republican voluntary release is that they, once again, literally point to a real problem that people experience, a real problem, a real issue that people see with their own eyes, that healthcare is far too costly, and that Obamacare is simply been subsidy for their providers. What they, of course, don't say, because they're giant concealers, they're monstrous vultures, capitalists, they're parasitic in nature, is the fact that they want to expand the profitability for these very same healthcare companies. They keep simply saying, oh, we're just so
People bouncing on my head and messing up my game.
But in the absence of an alternative vision that Democrats can proudly stand on and boldly declare they are in support of, no one realized that
Did it. How fast was I? It was pretty fast. No, I was not fast. I just barely qualified.
Let me ask a question. Does Congress
It felt fast, though. Oh, God.
Great question. Yes, they do, as a matter of fact. They get premium health care. They have the platinum health care coverage.
This is a miracle if I win this one.
Fully paid for. Of course they do. What do you mean? They're special.
I want the octopus one. I don't want to roll off. Roll off's so hard.
Taken care of. It's the same reason as to why when Macron wanted
Pretty
to
good at roll off, though.
wanted to
Yeah,
increase
look at last time, I almost
France,
won.
There was only one group of workers that he wasn't increasing the retirement age for, and that group of workers was the police. You have to make sure that the most loyal servants of capital are well taken care of, that they are totally removed from the impact of the legislation that they're advancing for the working class. If you make them realize how devastating healthcare is, then all of a sudden they're going to design bills in a way that that improves everyone's living conditions. You can't do that. Also, yeah, without the platinum healthcare, half the congressmen/women would die instantly, probably. This is one of the most abysmal things that happens in America. I cannot believe that this is still a point of contention. And anytime Medicare for All became a major issue,
Trying to disrupt people a little bit. So I'm not like really trying to push them anywhere in particular. I just want them to feel nervous like I'm trying to push them.
Public option alternative that they will never advance like Joe Biden did.
And then they'll start trying to push me, and they'll hopefully screw up.
That's what he said in 2020, if you remember. He said he had the public option. He never talked about it after he became
Yeah,
president.
see, now I've upset this guy.
The Republicans don't even have to have a discourse around Medicare for All with a position that is against Medicare for All, even though it's an unimaginably popular bill that would greatly improve every American's lives instantly. It would greatly solve the issue of affordability on one
Pinchers.
of the major financial burdens that every American faces.
And I have Pinchers,
Joe
so
Biden
I should use
was so
Pinchers.
antagonistic towards Medicare for All that he even said in a hypothetical where Medicare for All bill would be passed in both House of Representatives and the Senate,
Ah.
he would veto it. He would veto
I think
it.
people know I'm harmless now.
He was running for president, if you remember.
Oh.
That's how
Okay, dude.
insane the liberals are. Make no mistake when people
Let's
say
just focus on
too much, we-
survival.
I attack everything
Ugh.
against the working class. And
I feel like I did okay there. I don't know. I don't know.
This issue on the issues as well. And
That was. I mean, it wasn't great, obviously. I was the fourth person out.
Only talking about it within the established
Okay.
consensus of the current system that is obviously failing.
Or the third person out.
Must continue.
I think it was the fourth.
This private-public partnership must continue is genuinely a big part of the reason why Republicans don't even have to deal with it. They don't even have to tackle this issue at all. And that's how they can get away with doing more of this. Because the system is obviously a failure. Everyone can see that it's a failure. Everyone experiences that it's a failure.
There's only two left. It's Zizlok. I think I want to root for Zizlok. I like this orc outfit. And Jay Glossier.
It is unacceptable.
I should stop rooting for the people in the cool costumes. I don't like these costumes because these are the people that probably pay money for the game. And screw them. Actually, I mean, maybe I shouldn't hate people that spent money on the game. They're just whales that got manipulated buying something.
It would also be smart politics and smart policy. It would be smart politics because it would put you at odds
Okay.
on a very tangible
Not
issue
bad.
that is incredibly
Good run.
important for every single American. It would force the Republicans to have to position themselves against Medicare. It is a gift to the Democrats. If you are only looking at this,
That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye bye.
perspective. Because
Stop
maybe